something that really shaped my worldview, I think it was when my family was in a hotel on the way to Indiana from Virginia looking for a house. There was a story about the Senate race in Connecticut. This was in 2010. Connecticut's a blue state. It was still seen as a potential pick. I think what happened was the presumptive Democratic nominee had gotten caught lying about his military service, which some were wondering, would this turn a blue state, a run-of-the-mill blue state race, into a relatively competitive seat. And I turned on, so I was 13 at the time, and I turned on the TV to watch the 3 cable news channels about it. And Fox News was covering it, and their slanted sensationalist style. They were clearly hyping. I guess info was still coming about just how big the lies had been, and they were pretty transparently cheering for it to be as bad as possible. It was not an unbiased source, but they were covering the news. And when I was older, I looked through all the facts. Nothing they reported on was counterfactual. Everything they reported on was factually accurate. It wasn't the most intellectual way to go about it. Definitely wasn't nonpartisan. But all the facts they reported on were accurate. And then I went over to CNN and MSNBC, and they were too busy doing a live broadcast of Lindsay Lohan's drunk driving trial. So the stations that are supposed to have no bias whatsoever, they're supposed to give you straight news, are ignoring something that hurts their favored candidate's chances, instead of having the other favored candidate like Fox did and covering it in a one-sided but still factual way. And that was something that really helped shape my understanding of what kind of media we have in this country.